the more we hear from you, the more conversations we have, the better we can do our job. So thank you for facilitating that. And with that, I'll jump into the topic that I'm going to talk about, which is choosing a financial professional. And to be clear, I have 4 things that I want to talk about when you choose a financial professional. First and most important thing for a person choosing a financial professional is to ask, is that person registered? Are they registered with the SEC or are they registered with the state? If they are not a registered financial professional with the SEC or the state, the risks you are taking in dealing with them go up dramatically. They don't have oversight, they don't have inspection, they don't have many of the things that we do and the people we work with at the SEC do day in and day out. I'm not saying there aren't good investments that are offered by people who are not registered. What I am saying is it's much, much, much harder to find them. And if you're looking to get ripped off, it's much, much easier to find that. The second thing I want to say is you need to ask what type of investment professional you're dealing with. People talk about a broker-dealer versus an investment advisor. There are 2 significant distinctions between them. One is the scope of the relationship. A broker-dealer relationship is a transaction-based relationship. An investment advisor relationship is a portfolio-based relationship. Those are like economic terms. Let me try and say what it means in real words. A broker-dealer is someone you go to and you say, I'm thinking about buying telecom stocks. I'm thinking about a mutual fund that invests in foreign stocks. Can you recommend something to me? An investment advisor is someone you go to and you say, I'm 52 years old. I have a job. I have a 401k. My kids are going off to college. I'd like to save some additional money for my retirement. Help me work through that in light of my needs and my portfolio. So that's the scope of the relationship. Another key aspect of the relationship, how are they paid? A broker-dealer is principally paid by a commission. What does that mean? When you engage in that transaction, when they sell you the stock or sell you the mutual fund, they charge a fee to do that. There may be some other compensation. I'll come back to that. An investment advisor generally charges you a quarterly or annual fee based on the level of assets that they're managing for you or that you manage with them. So one is a commission, a fee based on the size of the transaction, and the other is kind of a flat fee that goes on. Which one is right for you depends on your activity level and what you want from that person. Importantly, understanding the fees, understanding how they're compensated, helps you understand their incentives. I believe that when you understand someone's incentives, you have a much better relationship with them. In short, how are you making money? Now, I talked about the principal ways people make money. There are other ways that both broker-dealers and investment advisors make money. One of the things we're trying to do at the commission is making sure that an ordinary retail investor who's not 25 years can understand those fees up front. If they can't be presented clearly, they're probably too complex for a retail investor. Okay. Next thing, is the person you're dealing with a person who has some bad history? Have they done something wrong in the past? That's a good indicia that they might do something wrong in the future. It's not perfect. People change sometimes, but you'd like to know. It's information you'd like to know. My recommendation is that you don't engage with a person unless you know whether they have any bad history. This is an area where we've made strides together with our friends at FINRA and the states, but we can do better. And we're working on making our databases of prior bad actions more available to people in an accessible way. This is a wonderful power of the internet. It used to be that if somebody had engaged in a bad act, it was in a file somewhere, at a courthouse, at the SEC, and your ability to get at it, forget it. Now, you can know that. And by the way, I think that deters people from acting improperly in the first place. Last thing, and perhaps the most complicated thing, but it's a question you should ask when you're engaging with an investment professional of any type. And if they can't explain this to you, you need to think twice. How much of my money that I'm giving you is actually going to work for me? So when I give you my $200 a month, when I give you my $500 a month, how much of that money is actually going into an investment that's going to make a return for me? Is it $495? Is it $450? That's a big amount off the top. Or is it, very close to $500? You should know that, and they should be able to explain it to you. I don't think anything that I've said in those 4 steps is very hard for someone who's a professional to be able to explain to you, and you should expect it from them. So that's my advice. It's also how I would ask you to look at an investment advisor. We have tools. I want to make a plug for them. www.investor.gov. Many more questions that you can ask your prospective broker-dealer or investment advisor. Lists of red flags, high-pressure sales tactics. Hey, time is running out. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen a great investment where time was running out. Okay? Let's just so if somebody has one they can, show to me, I'd be happy to be wrong, but so far, not so much. Go to investor.gov, take a look at it. Lastly, when we open it up and with my colleagues, let me know about your experiences. We've had a couple of town halls where we've talked to people about their good and bad experiences. Those are informing our efforts to raise the broker-dealer standard and, most importantly, bring clarity to this space so that, let me just say this, the more clarity we have brought to the investment space, the better off people are. Where we have brought clarity in the past through fee disclosure in the mutual fund industry, people know much more what they're getting into, and through competition, fees have come down. As we bring clarity to this space, people will know more about what they're getting, and they'll get more for their buck.